What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here with the one, the only, for his first time ever on a live reaction, Kevole. He is here to talk about and react to his Seattle Seahawks. They're taking on the Minnesota Vikings. We're about midway through the first quarter right now. It's 0-0, so luckily we haven't missed any scores. Kevole, let's just get your first reactions to the early part of the game and then your expectation for this game as a Seahawks fan.
This is a chess match, and the Vikings. I think what I'm interested in is Zimmer and DeFilippo. I can't pronounce the guy's name. There's a flag on the play here as we're going, trying to establish the running game, and the Vikings are not able to do that. The Seahawks are dominating the defensive line of scrimmage so far, which I expect. But this is going to be a tough game for the Seahawks. No Baldwin, no Fluker. Penny is not 100%, so this is not going to be an easy game. But you're seeing a little bit so far the first half why the Vikings are struggling. But the Seahawks got a penalty and the Vikings just got a first down.
Yes, they did. The Vikings, it looked like, don't even know what just happened, but we'll pick up the commentary as soon as this play starts. So I hope we're at the same point, but Vikings are at the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Cousins hands it off to Cook up the middle. He gets about 13 yards, but there was a flag immediately on the play. It could be an illegal shift or potentially a false start.
I think you're I think you actually might be one play ahead of me, or 30 seconds ahead of me.
Are you streaming it?
Yes.
Then that might be why.
Okay.
Because I'm watching on cable. But there was a no flag on the play on the Vikings, so that play will stand, and that run for Dalvin Cook will stand. And Kevole, I need Dalvin Cook to do absolutely nothing today. I have Tyler Lockett versus Dalvin Cook. I'm up a few points. I need Tyler Lockett to come through, bro.
See, I have Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen.
Oh.
But I actually have won my game, so I don't need them to do anything.
And that helps right there as one of the Griffins, the one with two hands, tackles Dalvin Cook behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep. And
how do you feel about Michael Kendricks continuing to play for the Seahawks?
Well, I on one hand, I don't like it. On the other hand, it's an intelligent crime, but at the same time, I blast the league on some of the, like, it's a conduct issue. I don't think he should be playing. Yeah, I got that play. The Seahawks really are, like, for the most part, defensively dominating the line of scrimmage right now. I don't know. I don't necessarily. I think if it's a crime, probably we should start looking at ending the seasons here. But he's back. Yeah.
And there was a random play by Kirk Cousins. Talk about dominating the line of scrimmage. Kirk Cousins throws the ball backwards to Latavius Murray. I think he got face masked by Bobby Wagner, but there was no flag on the play. And Murray ends up getting 2 yards on what looked like could have been a negative, like, 5-yard gain. So 3rd and 12 for the Vikings.
Mitch, where are the white jersey blocking people? They're on it. Like,
the offensive line does not exist on the Vikings.
It's
a deep bomb for Kirk Cousins. He's looking for Robinson, but it's incomplete. And that's been the problem for me all year. I've said it many times, Kevole, that the Vikings, their offensive line on the road, it doesn't exist. They don't show up. Bad offensive lines on the road, it doesn't work. And this is a tough atmosphere. So if the Vikings can continue to, if the Seahawks can continue to get pressure on the Vikings, then this is going to be a long day for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and they already had one delay game penalty. That went down to 1 second, that one play. He was open, though.
He had the match. It's 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett's going to be on the punt return here.
Yep.
He makes first guy miss. And he gets the ball up to the Seahawks 32-yard line. So decent return for Tyler Lockett. Wishing that was fantasy points involved on that one, but there will be no fantasy points involved on that one. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about the game so far. If you're in the comment section, what's going on, Party? What's going on, Mr. Wong? What's going on, Predator? Dame is in the chat. The guy, good game, Dane Peterman is greater than the NFL. He has the Flash logo. I hope you're watching the crossover.
Yes, that's on this week, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It started last night, where they had Oliver Queen and Barry Allen's body, and Barry Allen and Oliver Queen's body. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I gotta be watching a bit of that. So,
and yes, I am in Poco right now.
You're in Poco. I'm in Coquitlam.
Mr. Wong's in Burnaby.
Oh, hello, welcome. Yes, you're Michael Bublé, probably.
Michael Bublé, Michael J. Fox, all the Michaels.
All the Michaels in there.
And Joe Sakic.
And Joe Sakic, that's right, the great Joe Sakic. Paul Correa. Well, no, he's a North man.
I'm not really salty. You know what's funny about that play for the Dolphins? It didn't even really affect me at all because I've seen the Patriots lose to the Dolphins so many times. I was just like, oh, they found a new way to lose to the Dolphins. Like, honestly, I thought I would be kind of mad about it or like what, but I watched it and I was like, nothing really came about. Like, I just didn't feel any effects from it. I don't know why. Usually I'll at least be angry at the beginning, but I literally have yet to get angry about that game. And I also feel like for the Patriots, like there was a lot of positives in the game. And I feel like if they would have just made that play at the end, everybody would be talking about all the positives that the Patriots had in the game. But because of that fluky play, it's a loss. So I don't know. I don't know how it sits with me. Like, it's a loss. A loss is a loss. And yeah, they probably got rid of their chance to get home field. So that sucks. But at the same time, I've seen them lose to Miami so many times. It's not really a surprise. Usually the way the Patriots' losses affect me because the Patriots are usually so good that their losses are surprising. So when they lose, it surprises me and I'm upset about it. But in this game, I'm not surprised. So I'm just like one of those fans where their team sucks and I'm expecting them to lose the game. You know what I mean, Kev?
Yeah. I still don't know how the Miami Dolphins are 7-6.
Well, you just saw it yesterday. That's how they're 7-6.
They have found the weirdest ways to win games this year. It's quite something, but you know, I mean, I don't see them in a playoff position, but who knows?
Yeah, they have a chance. They're right there with the Colts and the Titans. They have a chance. Russell Wilson, play action on the first play. Pressure coming from the Vikings. He decides to throw it to his tight end, Vanette, out of bounds, and the first down. It looked like nobody was open. Russell Wilson makes a little move to the left, throws a little sidearm Patrick Mahomes style, and gets the first down.
It's typical Russell Wilson. That's what he does. Just finds weird ways to do things. Interesting. The Kendricks brothers are playing. It's Eric Kendricks.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder how what he thinks of the whole situation. But Russell Wilson, there was also a holding play from the defense, the Vikings. So basically, your thought there on Russell Wilson, that's what he does regularly. And then when he does scramble like that, it causes defenses to hold. There's Tyler Lockett's first catch for 2 yards. Usually
good for Mitch in terms of
2 yards. I'll take it. I'll take the PPR point. But, you know, Tyler Lockett's catches are usually deep down the field. The thing that's been amazing about Tyler Lockett, you can speak on this, Kevole. This guy is a touchdown machine, but he doesn't really get targeted that much.
No, he's usually the big play guy. But he's had to take a little bit of a different role here with Baldwin not being 100% this year. And, you know, I mean, David Moore has been pretty good, and John Brown has had his moments. But Lockett, I said this on our preview. Tyler Lockett is in this system. If you call a system, can call a system receiver a system receiver. Tyler Lockett in this system is a #1 receiver. I'm not saying he's a number. If he's on a lot of other teams, he probably wouldn't be a #1 receiver. But this system fits him as well.
And the system has been really good for the run game. Carson got a first down and 12 yards, and now he runs again for about a 7-yard gain. So 2 plays in a row. Chris Carson carrying the load here for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks have been the highest amount of rushing in terms of carrying the ball. You have Rashad Penny with 369 yards, Mike Davis with 396, and Chris Carson with 722. So 3 running backs, the only team in the NFL with over 350 yards for each running back, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have the highest percentage, 48%, and that allows them to do some play action. Russell Wilson, play action, escapes a sack and scrambles for about 10 or 15 yards, and they are now in the Vikings territory, Kevole. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Nobody open on that play, but Wilson uses his legs to get the first down.
Yes. Yeah. It's the way that the Seahawks game plan is 35 to 40 runs. Mike Davis was on the field on that one. Vanette was in motion. I'm a play behind Mitch, so because I am using the computer. It's quite amazing though how he just finds ways to like get himself open like that or get himself out of those situations. He
is one of the best at doing that. I think, you talk about guys like Roger Staubach. I really feel like Russell Wilson is like this generation's Roger Staubach. Rashad Penny had 8-yard carry, so it's 2nd and 2. Rashad Penny, 27th overall from San Diego State.
Yeah, just around Sony Michel, actually.
Just ahead of him, like 4 picks ahead. Russell Wilson, read option, a little old school Seahawks. They get 5 yards and a first down. You don't see that much anymore. Party says, how about them Colts? Well, I like it. I like to see the win. I wasn't bold enough to pick the Colts, but Kev and I both said after the game should have picked the Colts.
We should have picked the Colts on that, yes. I was tempted. I have to admit I was tempted, but I couldn't. I didn't see it. But, I mean, the Texans were due. We did say, though, the Texans were not going to run the table for the rest of the year. So we'll just pat ourselves partially on the back there.
Robert says, Nature Boy needs some sun. Yeah, I do, but, I live in Toronto most of the year, and I don't think sun exists there. So,
and then his other half of the year is in Vancouver, and sun doesn't exist here. So that's the problem.
Yeah, it's tough. I try.
Yeah.
I try to take my vitamin D, Kevole.
Yeah. Yes. There's no sun in Toronto?
Not right now. Dane says, what if the Chiefs got Le'Veon Bell? I don't think they're going to because they need to put some stock into their defense.
Yes. Yeah.
Party says T.Y. Hilton is greater than A.J. Green. How do you feel about that?
Probably a legit.
Tyler Lockett! 15 yards and a first down on a reverse play, looking like Sean McVay. You'll see this play. The fake reverse and pass to the reverse.
Joseph and Richardson, that is a whole lot of talent.
Well, this game so far, I have to say the Seahawks have dominated both sides of the line of scrimmage so far. One of my concerns was this Vikings defense, and so far on this drive, the Seahawks have taken it to them.
And I really like the design of some of these plays.
Nice reverse.
What's your assessment of here comes Lockett again, but it's on a reverse. He doesn't fake it this time. He gets a yard. How important has Lockett been with the decline and injured Doug Baldwin?
Huge. And you think about this because they had the choice to sign either Tyler Lockett or Paul Richardson, and I think they made the right choice. Richardson got hurt in Washington. It's a complete disaster, and Lockett's this guy that is proving to be a really dependable wide receiver and allows you to release a Brandon Marshall. I'm not saying that Brandon Marshall was going to make a huge impact, but you brought in Brandon Marshall to do some certain things. So, yeah, Lockett's becoming an all-round receiver. I'm not saying he's one of the best in the league, but in this system, he's doing really well.
Yeah, he has been one of the surprises of the season at the wide receiver position. And it's been kind of a depressing season for Doug Baldwin and Doug Baldwin fantasy owners. Such a good receiver, and he hasn't really been able to stay on the field. When he's been on the field, he's been injured. That's kind of been the course of the season. You can only imagine if Doug Baldwin was healthy what the Seahawks offense would look like. But the Seahawks offense, I mean, I think they've just gotten back to their roots, or really why has the Seahawks offense been so much better? Because I really feel like if the Seahawks offense was the way it was, last year or the year before, this team wouldn't be heading to the playoffs they are right now.
Well, even if you look at the start of the year, 0-2 in Denver and Chicago, they didn't start very well. And Pete and Carroll and Brian Schottenheimer had to have a conversation about what they needed to do a little bit more, and they got back to this running game. And it's working. And they've, since then, 7-3 in the last 10, and sitting in a playoff position. So, yeah, I think I don't think Pete Carroll's getting enough credit for the job he's done with a team that we knew was in transition. No Richard Sherman, no Cliff Averill, no Michael Bennett. Earl Thomas gone for the year and not really around. This team was in transition for sure. And then after last year, which was a really bad year overall, they're back, started 0-2. Two of those losses that they've had after 0-2 were against the Rams. So if you put everybody else there, there was only one other loss, and that was to the Chargers. So they're beating the teams that they should beat. Are they a Super Bowl contending team? I'm not going to have that conversation yet. I'm not. I know that the Cowboy fans are there with them. We'll have to see. We'll wait and see.
What's going on, Tyler? LaShawn says, turn the game on. I cannot do that, or else I will get some copyright. Also, Kevole, can you turn it down a little bit or put on some headphones?
Yeah, maybe I will do that.
Ryan Gosling is in the chat. What's going on, Ryan Gosling? By the way, you have an awesome name. Russell Wilson. From under center. Looks for a pass. Scrambles outside the pocket and throws the ball away. Another use of his legs is the ability to throw the ball away. Go says, new setup for Mitch. This is actually just another room. You know the other room I live stream from? It's just across the way. I don't have a TV in my office room, so I cannot watch in that room. So I come down here and do the live stream. If you guys actually saw the setup for the live stream, you would be like, wow, this guy's pretty devoted, because it takes actually a lot of work to set up these live streams. But anyways, Kevole's got his headphones on. Seahawks are in the red zone. 3rd and 9. Wilson with pressure gets sacked. Danielle Hunter with the sack. Probably the best pass rusher this year for the Vikings, and big play there on. So force 4th down and a field goal for the Seahawks. Seahawks offensive line has been better, Kevole, but that was not one of their shining moments.
Nope. Yeah, that was a huge stop for the Vikings at this point, because and actually there was a jump there too. That could have been a false start on the Seahawks, but yeah.
37 yards out. Janikowski does not miss. He puts it through. 3-0. Can't say the same for Gostkowski yesterday, who was bad. And I would like to say Danielle Hunter has probably been the best Vikings defender, in my opinion, this year on a consistent basis. Been very good against, rushing the passer, which he's always been good at, but also defending the run. I feel like he's taking quite a few strides in just the complete game. So Hunter's pretty good. Let's go back to the comments real quick. Pesky says, back for some more NFL goodness. Who would you all put your money on here? I think we're both picking the Seahawks. So I think that's where our money's at.
It's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. But Kirk Cousins is 0-6 on Monday Night Football, and I don't know if that, I mean, I don't know how much that you play into that. Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll have one of the better records prime time overall. But I would say this. I do think the Vikings need this game a bit more than the Seahawks. Like, if the Seahawks lose this game...
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But you always say that when the Seahawks are playing a game. In case they lose.
I mean, here's the difficulty. If the Seahawks lose this game, they don't have the option to get in first place, right? So that's the negative part. The Vikings lose this game, their chance to get the division goes.
Oh, well, the Vikings won't win the division regardless. I think the Chicago Bears win against the Rams kind of solidified that. But the Vikings, I think that if they lose this game, I think it's important that either team wins this game, because I feel like if one of these teams loses this game, whichever one, their chance of making the playoffs goes down significantly. But specifically the Vikings, I feel like if the Vikings lose this game, they have a little bit tougher schedule. I think it will be tougher for them to gain a spot in the playoffs. But I do feel like these are the two best teams in the wild card race right now, specifically after like the Eagles lost. The Panthers are pretty much out of it now. There's not a lot of teams contending for the wild card besides these two teams, so it makes it easier on them. But I think we're going to see who the better wild card team is here today in this game. Ghost Skittle says that Dilly was getting mad when you said that I was the poster boy of Bottom Line View. What was he saying to you, and why were you saying that to him? Ryan Gosling says, thanks, bud. I wish I could change it. You have no idea how often I get stupid comments like, are you guys related? Well, I wasn't sure, actually, if that was your real name, so I'm comfortable to know that that's your real name because that's pretty awesome. And I think it's awesome because he's a great actor. He's also from BC, so that's pretty cool.
That's true. That's true. Van Zadie Reynolds on Twitter.
He's a great actor. So
yeah, Ryan Gosling actually followed me on Twitter, but it was the Ryan Gosling in YouTube chat.
Yeah,
not the Ryan Gosling, but this is the Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Any Ryan Gosling that watches the Bottom Line View is the Ryan Gosling. Hardy says, Mitch, how does wild card tie breaking work? Wild card tie breaking is based on conference record, then division record, then head to head. Durcan, I actually got this off WWE Shop. I like it though. I think it's nice. I don't know. What do you think, Kev?
It's a good shirt. It's a good sweater there.
Stephon Diggs on the first play of the drive gets a first down. A little out route there.
That's a guy they do need to get going in Minnesota.
They do. He had a tough time last week. This week, we'll see what he can do against the Seahawks secondary. On the season, a career-high 86 catches. Not yet 1,000 yards, though. Kirk, under center with both receivers out there. Hands the ball off to Dalvin Cook. And Cook gets only a yard. Shut down.
Yeah.
The rookie there, Flowers. This has been a guy that a lot of people are talking about. Trey Flowers. How can we have two Trey Flowers in the NFL? How do we distinguish one from the other?
Trey Patriot Flowers versus Trey Seahawk Flowers. They both sound the same too. That's the other weird thing. Yeah, they're having trouble getting Cook going so far. But they're Cook going, not Kirk.
Finding new ways to run the ball. Vikings hand the ball off on a reverse on second down to Stephon Diggs, making it a 3rd and short. Kevin Durkant says, hashtag fins up. And Kevin, can't answer your question. I'm not feeling that bad. I answered this question a little bit earlier, but to back it up in your direction, I would just say I'm not feeling bad because I beat you in the Madden series. That's how I'm feeling.
Drops the mic.
Kirk Cousins is sacked on 3rd and 3. Sorry to take the excitement away from Kevole, but the number 1 pass rusher for the Hawks, Frank Clark, gets the sack. A little stunt here. He basically just bowls over the guard and dives at Kirk Cousins and gets the sack. Frank
Clark is a guy that you gotta watch. He's playing very well. Yeah, beast. He's gonna get paid in the off season here. Yeah. Yeah, that whole line, that they were all over them. Again, it's just this Vikings offensive line they're having some trouble tonight so far.
Spotlight Sports Talk says, "What's going on, y'all? I got the Seahawks winning tonight." Ryan Gosling says, "Haha, sorry to disappoint you, Kev."
It's the Ryan Gosling. You did not actually disappoint me.
What do you think about the AFC situation with the Ravens and the Steelers, Kev?
The Steelers, it's going to be because they're not in a good. Well, first of all, can we just give a standing ovation to Ben Roethlisberger?
Oh my God! Okay, you know what's funny? I was watching. I had all my buddies over. Ryan, Brett, Mike was here. Mike, of course, the Steelers fan, watching the game on his little laptop because we were watching Eagles Dallas on the TV. And he's like, Ben's been watching the game the whole time. He's like freaking out because he knows how dramatic Ben is.
Yeah.
And he was just angry to know that Ben could have won in the game. And he basically called the situation. If the game gets close, Ben's going to go in. And of course, they start losing. Ben goes in. And Ben could have been in the whole time. Why did he leave the game?
So touching. He wasn't hurt, and he came back to be a champion. Way to go, Ben! Oh, Ben, you're so amazing. There's a possibility they could not make the playoffs.
Yeah, there's actually a strong possibility.
Yes, because if they lose to New England, which is a possibility, even though Pittsburgh does play better at home, and New England kind of is struggling a little bit on the road. And Baltimore, they got New Orleans. That's not going to be an easy game. Although New Orleans, the one thing New Orleans has got a lot of things wrapped up, but if they want to get that 1 seed, I think they're going to have to at least win that game. So, and they got the Bengals at the end. It's interesting.
As the Steelers are brought up in conversation, Bodo enters the chat.
Oh, look at that. Hello, Bodo.
Monday Mike is on Bobby Wagner. 11 minutes, 26 seconds left in the second quarter. It is now 3-0 Seahawks, and the Seahawks just got the ball back after a big Frank Clark sack. Russ in the shotgun. Hands it off to Carson on first down. And Carson fights his way for about 4 yards.
Yeah.
Carson is a tough back.
Yes, he is. Penny's a bit more of the flash, and then you got Mike Davis as well. And
of course, Kevin Durcan needs to point out that he picked the Raiders to beat the Steelers. As well did Bodo, I think, as well. But Bodo also picks every team that plays the Steelers. Carson tries to hurdle a defender once again, as he does get the first down on second down. Playing some CFL football, the Seahawks. Nice block by Brown on the edge there. Just enough on Hunter to get Carson the space he needs to get the first down. Max says Aaron Rodgers isn't going to the Raiders after all. The Raiders fire Reggie McKenzie. He's not going anywhere.
No, he's not going anywhere. He's staying there. Now, the question that I would have is what you do with him if you're Green Bay, and I would consider moving him, but they're not going to do it.
They're not going to move him.
They're not. No.
When you have a quarterback that good, Kev, you never move him.
No,
Max
but
said, I benched Burger Man versus the Raiders and started Baker Mayfield. Well, I guess that was a good decision. So congratulations on that.
Good job. Good job. I played Burger Man in the playoffs, and yes.
I think Burger Man should have a good game next game.
Yeah, what are you worried about that game or not?
What the heck is going on this play? Rashad Penny is the master of random plays. He just ran to the left into a brick wall on a toss play, reverses the entire field, and then ends up getting the first down. And more into Viking territory. Great blocks by Tyler Lockett and company. You'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Great block by Lockett. That's
Rashad Penny, 3 carries, 29 yards, 9.7 yards per carry right now. If the Steelers lose next week, they will probably not make the playoffs. The Steelers' best chance to make the playoffs would be to beat the Patriots. Because I don't think they'll go into New Orleans and beat the Saints, even though the Saints aren't looking so hot right now. To beat the Saints at home is a tough task, Kevole. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. And
am I worried about the game? Not really. I don't know. I don't think there's any pressure to win the game at this point.
Do you want the number 1 seed though?
I don't think they're going to get it, regardless.
Oh, delay a game.
The only way they get it is if they win out and the Chiefs lose to the Chargers and Seahawks.
Yeah.
It's possible. But the way that I see the Steelers playing and the way I saw Brady play last game, I think the Patriots will win the game.
Yeah, they as much as it was a weird thing that Brady played very well and the offense was moving. Just it was a weird thing.
It was a weird game in general. It was a Miami game.
Weird things happen in Miami.
It's the curse, Kevole.
Yes. Every team has one of those Achilles, and Miami is New England's Achilles.
All right.
The Seahawks that took another random timeout. That is just weird that they take random timeouts the way that they do, but yeah.
I don't think Connor is the MVP of the Steelers this year.
No, you could make a little bit of an argument for Juju, but it's probably Antonio Brown.
It's hard to say. I think Connor's been overrated this year.
He got off to a really good start, and it's that offensive line in Pittsburgh. It's still a really good offensive line. That's the one strength that they have. Their secondary, I think, is causing a lot of problems, and I think if Pittsburgh does not make the playoffs, I think that there's got to be a question around Mike Tomlin. I know that there's a loyalty factor in Pittsburgh, and there's only been 3 coaches, and I get it. And I know that Mike Tomlin seems to be really well respected in this league, but if they don't make the playoffs after the start that they got on, you gotta don't you have to wonder?
I think it. I actually was going to make a video on this, Kev, so I don't really want to spoil it, but I think it might be time for Tomlin. I've been on this for a while, but I think there are quite a few statistics that say Tomlin should go bye-bye. And one of them is that there have been Okay, there have been 60 or maybe 70. I think it's 70 road favorites that were minus 10 points or more in the past like 5 years. And the Steelers and Mike Tomlin have 4 of the 11 losses.
Deep shot. That's PI. Nope.
No call on the PI. Rashad Penny goes up the gut on the next play for about 3 or 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 6 or 7. Now they're measuring the distance ran by Mr. Rashad Penny. He ran 28 yards to the left, goes back to the right, and ends up running 83 yards on that one run for 17 yards forward. Russell Wilson, another bomb! And it's incomplete. Looks like almost double coverage on there on Tyler Lockett. But there is a flag on the play, and there is a brawl on the field. Kevole.
A little bit of hockey going on. Oh, yeah, they're showing that run now.
What's going on, Mac? Mac is a sports fury guy. He likes the conversations here. Thanks. Kevin Durkant says, Mitch or Boswell, who would you rather have as a kicker, Bodo? I'm a terrible kicker. If there's one thing I can't do on the football field is kick.
I could probably kick a little bit. Oh, now we have it. Yeah, here's the brawl.
I was never a soccer guy, so I'm not a good kicker.
I was the goalie in soccer, so I enjoyed goalie. I would not be a hockey goalie, though.
Everybody's mad at me. I jinxed it. I don't think this was a weird week in general. Okay, so the Chiefs are the only good team that necessarily, like, they won this week. The Chargers did as well. The Chargers played the dumpster fire that is the Bengals. They barely won. Okay, the Chiefs won in overtime.
Yeah.
The Saints won in the worst way possible. They were losing 14-3 and came back and won 28-14 in the most disgusting game I've ever seen. Then the Rams lost. The Bears beat the Rams. The Steelers lost. The Texans lost. The Patriots lost. Who else?
Well, the winning teams that won were the Cowboys and the Bears.
Cowboys and the Bears.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys beat the Eagles.
Yes. The Eagles are not that great of a team right now, unfortunately.
Not unfortunately. Take that back.
Unfortunately for Eagles fans, they are not. But I at this point, as I think Fetty needs to just cool it here, go get that Bud Light that was on. Maybe go grab a Bud Light and just sit down for a minute here.
George Kittle went off.
Yes, he did. I have him in a fantasy league. I was grateful for that. 27 points in one half. No points in the second. That was great.
How did they not get him the record, though?
I know. How do you not get him 4 more yards?
That's
how do you? So one of the projects, and if you're watching in Canada on TSN, one of the projects that Mitch and I are going to be looking to do, if you're into the Avengers, as the Avengers Endgame trailer came out Friday, I'm going to go through each movie from the beginning, and we're going to review it with the perspective of how it's going to impact. Because I think that they all impact Endgame in a little bit. There's been all these little teasers all along, and we maybe missed, or it's like, oh. So look out for that.
I'm in.
Yes, I'm looking forward to Into the Spider-Verse. I don't know if anyone else.
I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I will probably see it next week as well. I think you might tell us a little bit about Endgame. It's not, of course, it's not part of that Avengers world, but
yeah, if anyone's into the Avengers or the Marvel Universe, Kevole and I will be doing reviews on every movie, right, Kev?
Yes, right from Captain America: The First Avenger, right down.
Sounds
And
fun.
by the way, most of them are on Netflix. I think pretty much all of them are. Yeah.
What movie are you most excited to watch again?
Uh
How are we starting it though? By timeline or by like Iron Man? Because Iron Man starts this thing.
well, no, Captain America starts it.
No, Iron Man does.
Captain America is the first movie, though.
No, Iron Man is.
No, it's Captain America.
I guarantee you it's Iron Man.
It's
2008.
Captain America.
How much you want to bet, Kev?
$1.
Okay, $1 it is. Look it up, Kev.
Marvel movies.
Captain America First Avenger in terms of timeline is the oldest. But Iron Man came out first.
Okay. According to IMDb, in chronological order,
Iron Man came out in 2008. First Avenger came out in 2010 or 11. Look it up.
Okay, well, I lost $1. So, well, we can go that way. We can start Iron Man from 2008 on, and then we can do it by the year. I think that's the best way to do it.
All right, sounds good.
But it's kind of interesting because as Dalvin Cook is running and getting a first down,
and he's killing my fantasy team. Stop him, Seahawks.
Yes,
down for Dalvin Cook.
Get Kirk Cousins to throw the ball, as I will need him at least to be ready for next week.
I need more Tyler Lockett in my life.
Yes. Vikings 13 yards passing.
But anyways, guys, watch the reviews.
Yeah.
Or listen to the reviews. Okay.
More
Kirk Cousins on 2nd and 7.
Cook ran for 3 before that, by the way.
Throws it to Kyle Rudolph for about 4. It will be 3rd and 2 with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. It's only 3-0 Seahawks.
Yes, this is not exactly the Vikings this is not exactly the Kansas City Los Angeles game of a few weeks ago, is it?
Mm-hmm. I agree with Party when he says Saquon is the best running back in the league.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against that for right now, for sure. I would. He's certainly a dynamic player. But almost, don't you think in some ways for the Giants, this is the worst thing that could happen? Like this winning streak, because then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can have faith in Eli again. When you can't have faith in Eli.
I don't like how they're going to sign Eli back.
Yeah, I would disagree with that.
Watch. This is the reasoning they're going to have.
Yeah.
4th and 2.
This Vikings offensive line at 0 for 4 on 3rd down.
And a lot of people will say, "Oh, Kirk Cousins sucks on primetime." What about the offensive line?
Yeah, we don't look at offensive line stats during that. I mean, there are 3 lime green jerseys before Kirk Cousins can get set.
Go, Tyler Lockett. Go, Tyler Lockett. Go! And he gets up to the 40-yard line of the Seahawks. So good field positioning with 5 minutes, 49 seconds left in the first half. Max says, how did the Giants beat the Skins without Odell? Because the Skins are ass. They have Mark Sanchez.
They are terrible. Do you know Mark Sanchez has a contract in the AAFL right now?
You know what's insane, Kev, is that Josh Johnson hasn't thrown a pass since 2011, and he went in and played better than Mark Sanchez.
Yes, he lit it up.
He was actually a top 12 fantasy quarterback this week. Josh Johnson.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Most underrated QB in the NFL. Who's saying that? Oh, Kevin Durkant says that of Tannehill. Of course he does. Who's the better girl, Joy Taylor or Dilly? Well, I'd have to go with Joy Taylor there.
Oh, poor Dilly. He's not even on this to defend himself.
What is your guys' theory on how Scott got out of the quantum realm?
Okay, when I read that as Carson's running, I don't know if that's the interesting question. In that preview, the Captain Rogers asked, when was this recorded? He specifically did ask that. So I don't know if he's out of the quantum realm when we start the end.
I've only seen the picture of Tobey Maguire with the pizza. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, I gotta send it to you. It's hilarious. It's like, is this an old message? And then it's like Tobey Maguire with pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. Ant-Man's obviously in the movie, but I don't know.
They're all in the movie. Like the Ant-Man and the Wasp cast is in the movie. That was already Michelle Pfeiffer confirmed that in an interview. Penny gets a first down.
And on first down, they get 4 yards with Carson. A little bit of trickery there as they fake it to Lockett and hand it off to Penny. Tannehill has played decent this year.
Sure.
He's decent. Wilson has all the time in the world. He throws it to Brown, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Sad that nothing happened there.
Yeah.
Mac Ron says the Skins have Clinton Dix, Norman, and DJ Swearinger. Well, the rest of their team's injured.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have 3 players at this point in time that they actually can put on the field.
Good evening, gentlemen, says Snaps. What's going on, Mr. Snaps?
They took that away. They took the shot away.
All right, 3rd and 6. Russell trying to make a play, escapes the sack, tries to scramble to the left, scrambles to the right, throws it to Davis, Mike Davis, the running back, and he gets a yard short of the first down marker. I'm thinking the Seahawks will go for this on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I agree with you.
2 minutes, and it's running down towards the 2-minute warning. We're at 2:44 right now. 4th and 1. Pete Carroll is saying, go for it, go for it. They're going to call their best play here. They have 3 receivers to the left. Russ in the shotgun. Davis in the backfield. And as soon as Russ tries to hand the ball off to Davis, there's a timeout called. How you doing, Blake? I'm doing pretty well. I am back home. I am on basically vacation besides these videos, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes. Wait, you're going to Pittsburgh, though.
I am going to Pittsburgh, yes. Everybody, how can I say the Steelers are going to win this week when I'm going to the game?
You're wearing your Patriots. You're representing, too.
I am wearing Patriots stuff. I will be Dilly's live streaming the game. I'm going to pop in during halftime. Probably drunk. But it will be fun. Right, Kev?
Yeah. There we go. Yes.
Woo! Says Snaps. Awesome sweatshirt. Thanks, man. Friggs Angels. Who's Friggs Angels? Snoopy says you can have my season tickets. Well, give them up. Yeah, Steelers fans beat themselves up. I see that they headbutt each other. I'm also going to a Penguins game, Kevole.
Oh, are you? Who are they playing?
They're playing the Kings.
Well, that'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, well, at least it is my 2 favorite players because I'm also a big Drew Doughty guy. So,
yeah.
Illegal hands on the Vikings on 4th down. I don't think it would have mattered, but the Seahawks get the first down regardless. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Seahawks are continuing to drive. Pete Carroll is satisfied and chewing his gum.
Yes, Pete Carroll. Like Jason Garrett's clap, which he hasn't done as much this year. Pete Carroll chews his gum.
Coming from a Pats fan, I think the Brady Belichick era is over, and the Pats need to get a first-round pick and a new quarterback. I think also we need new linebackers, defensive linemen, and a young receiver. Well, I think if they make the playoffs, the era is not over. Am I wrong by saying that?
This is not – it's going to be – I mean, are they – I think they're still going to the AFC Championship game for the most part. The team that I'm most worried that they have to face is the Chargers. I know that game is at home. That game would be at home, the way that everything is situated now.
If you're really thinking about – okay, who can you say for sure would beat the Patriots in the playoffs?
The Chargers.
You think for sure, no doubts about it?
At this point, I think the Chargers are a better team than the Patriots. I think the Chargers are the best team in the AFC right now.
See, I think the Chargers won't even make it because they're going to have to face the Chiefs, and they always lose to the Chiefs.
But I see, and I disagree because it depends on how this is set up. Because they're set up in the 5th seed. So if they beat Pittsburgh,
and when Phillip Rivers is 0-7 versus Tom Brady.
I do want to also make a point here. I think Houston might be a 1-9. I think if you depending on Houston's matchup, I think they could be out in the first round as well. I think Indy could beat them. I think Indy has shown that they could beat them already.
Houston?
Yes. Baltimore, I think would be a good match. Make a tough matchup for them because Harbaugh has.
I think Houston would beat Baltimore.
It'll be close.
Colts, I don't know.
Colts have playoff experience.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I think the Patriots have as good a shot as anyone in the AFC.
There's 3 teams that I feel are capable of getting to the Super Bowl in the AFC. It's KC, New England, and the Chargers. I think that those are your top 3. In the NFC, I feel right now.
So by that definition, the Patriots era is not over.
Well, no, not yet. I mean, it depends on what happens next, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think even if they lose this year, it's not over. I think they'll be good next year.
What if they get blown out? What do you do? What if
they're going to be good next year?
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to be good until Brady retires.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that as a fact, to be honest. I don't think Brady is ever going to get to the point where he is a bottom 10 quarterback.
Probably. No, I don't think so. I think, he'll retire on top.
Do I think there's flaws on the Patriots team? Yes, but there's also flaws on every other team in the NFL. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, I think Patriots fans, they overblow it because they're the Patriots. Russell Wilson throws it deep and it's a touchdown. But they say it's out of bounds. Sorry, Kevole. Out of bounds. I thought it was a touchdown. David Moore went up and snagged it.
We'll see here.
And it looks like his right foot wasn't able to stay in bounds. So 1. Yes, he is out of bounds. That was the correct call by the referee. It was a great catch, great throw by Russ, but Moore couldn't get his foot in bounds.
Yeah, it's clearly, you can see even as I'm one play behind for those that have just joined. Yeah, he's out of bounds. There's no question about it.
And there's a catch by Tyler Lockett, much needed for my fantasy team, for about 8 yards, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, at that second foot, it's out. It's
I won't lie. If we play the Ravens with Flacco, I'll be nervous. I don't care how bad the Ravens are. I'll be nervous. Russell Wilson tells Lockett to come in and then says, get the F out of there. So then he hands it off to Davis. Wilson looking to block. Gets in the way of the defender, and Davis finds his way for a first down and more. And there's 1 minute, 44 seconds left as Davis finds his way out of bounds, stopping the clock. Seahawks have plenty of time to go for the touchdown here. Russ did enough there to get in the guy's way. What do you think, Kev? Do you like your quarterback putting his body on the line like Jeff Hardy for that block?
Yeah, he's just doing his thing. He's doing his thing. I don't mind it. He's done that a couple of times tonight. He's not like an offensive lineman here.
Davis getting the ball again, gets up to the 11-yard line.
You know, one of
asks when are the MCU recaps, and you should do them live. We'll discuss that at halftime. How about that?
Yeah, because I'm thinking after the football season, because our focus is on football here. You know, I just can we talk just quickly about the Monday night commentary team? There's such a disconnect between Jason Witten and Booger McFarland. Witten is talking about how the Vikings defense is playing actually pretty well, and McFarland's like they're losing contain. It's so fascinating to watch.
Maybe they're disagreeing.
Yes, but there doesn't seem to be. There's not a real chemistry between the two. I love Boogie, though. I think Boogie's great. I think Witten still has some. Witten needs to improve, and he will. I think he knows that.
I think you got to replace him.
I think they will replace.
This is Monday Night Football. This is the second biggest game of the week. You got to replace this amateur commentary team.
Well, there's talk he's going to go back to the Cowboys and he's going to come out of retirement.
Russell Wilson gets to the 1-yard line on a read option play, the second or third one of the half, and 16 seconds left in the half. First and goal, Seahawks.
I would prefer a touchdown here. I have to admit.
Obviously.
I can't believe the Vikings have had the ball for 12 minutes. I'm shocked that they've had the ball. It doesn't seem like it, does it? It seems like the Seahawks offense has been on for most of this half.
Max says Finns are out next week when the Vikings kill them. I actually think that's probably going to happen.
Where is that game? Is that game in Minnesota? Yeah, that's probable.
I think, as you've seen, every team that's beat the Patriots has followed it up with a huge L. So that's probably going to happen.
And the Vikings match up well against the Dolphins.
They do. And they're a different team at home.
They are.
Russell Wilson scrambling around, looking for someone to throw to. Throws the ball, and it's intercepted. What a horrible, terrible, awful play by Russell Wilson. He pulled a Tom Brady. He was looking to throw it. He should have thrown it out. He was going to take a sack. He couldn't. He knew he couldn't take a sack, so he chucked it, and it was intercepted. What a wild play. Great pressure by the Vikings. Great red zone defense by the Vikings, but a terrible play.
That's a game changer, really.
By Russell Wilson, and a game changer, as Kevole will say. Pressure again by Daniel Hunter. And the other Kendricks.
That was a terrible decision by Russell Wilson. He just that is like you can't do that. You can't.
Wow.
And they're quite frankly lucky that wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because if Kendrick stays on his feet, that's 6 for sure. Look at that. Like I don't even. What is he thinking?
I think the Patriots should just draft somebody rather the year before Brady retires, so probably this year, or just draft somebody when they. You know what the Patriots should honestly do, Kev? This is a conversation in the chat right now. The Patriots should, once Brady and Belichick retire, lose out and just get the first pick.
Yeah, possible. Well, that's.
I would be all for it.
Tanking.
Lose out. Go 2-14. Get the first pick. Get the quarterback first overall. You're good.
Sometimes getting the first pick isn't the best thing.
I would prefer that.
Oh, hey, You Can't See Me is in a movie.
Oh, apparently Bumblebee is good.
You know,
the most shocking thing I've heard all year, a Transformers movie is good.
John Cena is not a terrible actor.
He's not, but he's not even the main part of the movie. But at the same time, I am shocked that a Transformers movie is getting good reviews.
It's good. There has been a combined total of 71 passing yards in this game. Cousins 4 for 8 for 27 yards. If you're an NFL.com fantasy, that's a grand total of 0.98 points. And Adam Thielen has not. I don't think Adam Thielen has been targeted tonight yet.
No. The Black Hammer says, I really like the Colts schedule. If we can get through the boys on Sunday, we have a very solid chance. That's the question. Can you get through the boys?
So where are you on the Cowboys? Can we congratulate Amari Cooper, who I have slammed? He has been a star in Dallas. I will congratulate.
And I think the biggest noticeable thing that's changed is his attitude.
Yeah.
And his confidence. And you could see it in that post-game interview.
Yep.
Totally different person. And I think that's helped his game in general. So, yeah, good for him. He's played well.
Chris Carter talked about that on First Take. It's been an attitude change and knowing who he is.
Mm-hmm. Where am I on Dallas? I think that they can legitimately go to the NFC Championship.
They match well up against the Rams.
And they beat the Saints.
Yep.
I don't think they beat the Saints again, but I think they could beat the Rams.
Yeah, it's the one thing that I would be concerned about if I'm the Cowboys in terms of their receiving core. They do need another receiver to step up.
They do, but they also need Dak to step up.
Yes, Dak's inconsistent.
But who are you higher on, the Bears or the Cowboys?
Probably a little bit on the Cowboys because I feel they're offensively a bit better. I feel like as much as Dak isn't great, I think Dak is better than Trubisky right now.
See, I would say something similar, but I would say it's because of Zeke.
Well, Zeke is a difference maker for sure. Howard and Cohen is a nice combination, and they ran the ball really well against the Rams last night. But the
thing about the Bears is they haven't proven to me on the road they can do anything.
Yeah, and that will be
what they're going to have to do.
Yeah.
At home, it's a different. At home, if the Bears had a bye, I would consider them a Super Bowl threat.
Yeah.
Because that's how good they are at home.
Yeah.
But on the road, I don't know. And I don't know. Cowboys are interesting. I think they're going to give everyone a go because of the defense.
If things hold the way that they are, it is a Seahawks-Cowboys matchup in the first round.
How legitimate is which team of the four teams that currently have a bye? Chiefs, Patriots, Rams, Saints, do you think is the most likely to go one and done? Because usually one goes one and done every year.
The Rams. Why?
I
think you saw it last night with Jared Goff. I think that he's not. I don't think he's a proven quarterback. I think if you stop Aaron Donald, and
if you stop Aaron Donald and Todd Gurley,
you got him. And Matt Nagy was not worried about triple teaming Aaron Donald in any way, shape, or form last night. He was not worried if they had to. Which I think was really interesting. And I'm not buying that it was cold. Yes, I'll grant it was cold, but this is, and maybe that was not a good performance for this Rams offense, especially after coming off a really terrible performance against Detroit. And they're not the same on the road. They do need that first round bye. And I mean, sure, it's going to be a warm weather game, even if it's in LA or New Orleans. But I think the Rams are 1-0. I think the Cowboys match up well against them. I'm convinced we can beat them. And I mean, yeah, the Bears may not be the same team on the road, but I think the defense is going to give them some problems.
Deshaun says, "What's up, Mitch? What's going on? How about them Dolphins? Got another one of those." Max says, "Cowboys have the best front seven in football."
They're up there?
I think they're first or second. It's them or the Bears.
Or the Seahawks?
Not the Seahawks. Sorry.
I think the top three front sevens, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks. I think you can make that argument.
I don't know about the Seahawks.
Bobby Wagner is a legit running back. KJ Wright. I mean, Jordan Reed is one of the more underrated defensive linemen in the league.
Trying to think of. Baltimore's pretty solid.
Yeah. A healthy Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram for the Chargers.
The thing I'm concerned about the Chargers is their run defense. Not good.
Yeah, I would agree.
The Chargers also every game they play is on the road.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Never plays at home all the time.
If the Chargers get the number 1 seed, I think it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, I do too. I actually, that was my thinking this year. I think they can go on the road and win games because there'll be no pressure on. They'll just have fun.
Because if they get the number 1 seed, all those people are going to plan to go to the LA.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's the problem that the Rams are going to have. Because you look at what their next round is. The Bears fans travel, Cowboy fans travel, Seahawks fans travel, and Vikings fans travel. So it's pretty much a road game for the Rams. The toughest place that's going to be of all the home teams is going to be New Orleans.
Yeah, you don't want to go to New Orleans or New England.
No. Oh, Braun Strowman's apparently in a movie.
The lucky thing for the Saints and Rams, specifically the Rams, is that they don't have to go to Chicago.
Yeah. I don't think they ever want to go there.
They don't have to go anywhere cold. They don't have to go to New England. They don't have to go to Kansas City. And also this debate about the NFC. AFC's better.
There's only 4 winning teams in the NFC right now.
The AFC is better.
5 winning teams, sorry.
Stop it with the NFC. AFC is better.
Yeah, your power rankings will look there. Yeah, your power rankings, if Kansas City, Patriots, and the Chargers are probably at least still in my top 5. Maybe Saints, and I guess you put the Rams still in top 5. The Bears are a 6 for me.
What's your top 5?
My top 5 right now, I would say it's KC, Saints, Rams, Chargers, Pats.
Fair enough.
The Bears are in number 6.
Cowboys 7.
Cowboys 7.
The NFC has more. NFC was better in like the 80s and 90s.
Yes, when they won
Since then, the AFC's been better. Last year, the NFC was better and everyone was all happy about it. But this year, the AFC's better.
Yeah, AFC, yeah, okay, let's look at the AFC young QBs. You got Mahomes. You've got I'm trying to think of other young QBs in the AFC. Lamar, Deshaun, Baker. Yeah, there's some real good stars there for sure. NFC, Mitch is, I would still consider a pretty young quarterback. Depends what you look at Goff. I'm not sold on Jared Goff myself. I don't know if you can put Dak as a young quarterback anymore. He's been in the league a little bit more. I don't know about Josh Rosen. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold will play Josh Rosen yesterday, or Josh Allen yesterday. But I'm still not sold on Darnold. I still think that there's a lot of inconsistency there.
He's still my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Rosen will have a new coach next year, quite likely. So.
Party says Bears over Chargers.
I would have to disagree. I saw that, and I would have to disagree with that. I think the Chargers have been a more consistent team. And Trubisky, the Bears' defense dominated last night, but their offense did not. So.
Okay, it's halftime, Kevole.
Yes.
This series.
Yeah, this is Seahawks get the ball back to start the second half. I think, in my opinion, I think the Seahawks have to score something on this drive. I would like to see this a touchdown. Again, I don't mind. I mean, I know it's 3-0 isn't exactly enamoring everybody here. We joked it's about the 71 yards of passing. But we expected a very defensive game here. Two good defenses here. But I feel like the Seahawks, for the most part, have been in control. It's going to be interesting to see how that last-second interception is going to turn out.
Sonia says Panthers are done. D-U-N-E. Vikings offensive line is unbelievably bad, says Joe Thomas.
Actually, they probably need Joe Thomas.
Joe asks if I think the Skins would be 6th seed if they had Alex Smith. I would still say no. They would be more competitive, but I don't think they would make it.
That's not just Alex Smith. There's been a lot of other injuries in Washington.
Maggot has some power rankings. Saints 1, Chiefs 2, Rams 3, Chargers 4, Pats 5, Bears 6, Cowboys 7, Seahawks 8, Vikings 9, Steelers 10.
Are the Texans on that list?
Nope. They should be in there over the Vikings.
I would agree. I don't see her. I'm a little behind.
Parties is Chiefs, Saints, Rams, Bears, Pats, Seahawks, Chargers, Cowboys, Texans, Ravens.
I will say one thing as we're getting the kickoff here for the second half. Patrick Mahomes cinched to me the MVP. I think he's MVP.
If you don't think he's MVP, I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to tell you, Skip Bayless, what else he needs to do for you, but.
All right, so Carson gets up to the 31 on the first carry. Ultra is in the chat. I don't think Captain Marvel is going to be good. That's just me.
I think it's going to be good. I think
it'll have the MCU 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't think it will be anything special.
Now, we will have to include that in these reviews because it is part of the. So,
Tyler Lockett just got a first down on a little reverse. Durkant, I'm tired of the MVP being the best QB award. I think the only person that can challenge Mahomes for MVP is Aaron Donald.
Yeah, and I think after last night, I think it was Mahomes. I think after that's my thing.
We're very excited for Endgame. What the hell just happened? The big boy, Fant.
Yeah, they have him in tight end every once in a while. So
Watch
he's
this, Kevole. Give me the analysis on this play.
As soon as we get it, I'm one play behind Mitch because I'm streaming this game on the laptop. As an old gentleman is watching this game with attention, and Russell Wilson comes up here, so I'm a play behind. See what happens here. George Fant, look at a rumble, bumble, stumble.
I will say this. Ghost says Hulk should beat Thanos. I say the combination of Iron Man and Cap.
Yeah,
will beat Thanos.
And it was going to be it'll be like a sacrificial. I think they both will die in the series and in the movie.
I do too. Sadly, very sadly, I will cry at least 3 times. Russell Wilson under center at the 48-yard line. Hands it off again to Tyler Lockett, who goes backwards. Thank you for that. Darius Leonard or Derwin James? I would have to say Derwin James.
Yeah, I think he's going to win.
I think that Vander Esch is going to win it.
I think, yeah, you might be right. I think, Lewis Riddick suggested Derwin James is going to win it, but you might be right. Van and Esch might win it too. I think it's to me, it's actually between James and Van and Esch, if you don't mind, if I can have an opinion on this. Just to get back to the Seahawks for a second here, how they've used George Fant, even, that's been a good adjustment, using him as like a 6th offensive lineman / tight end, using his basketball ability. I could make a crack of how he's been as productive as the former basketball player in that position, Jimmy Graham, but I'm just going to leave that alone. I didn't say that. Did I say that? That's rude.
Party says, WTF, look at the stats. I don't care about the stats. Watch them play. Max says, you're welcome. Megan says, what about the Sonic teaser trailer? I haven't seen that yet.
I've not seen that.
Hot take, Iron Man will die early because of him suffering in space, and Captain Marvel or Potts will save him with the rescue armor.
Possible. I think Potts is pregnant.
I think so too.
I think there'll be an Iron Baby.
Imagine that movie.
The Iron Baby?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be awesome. Oh, come on, Moore. You got to make that catch. Got to make that catch.
So, as Kevole says that, the game remains 3-0. And the Seahawks punt the ball away. Ghost says, I don't care who beats Thanos as long as it's not Captain Marvel. I would agree, but I really want it to be Iron Man. Sebastian Ortiz's power rankings: Saints, Chiefs, Chargers, Rams, Pats, Seahawks, Cowboys, Texans, Bears, Colts.
You can't have the Seahawks 6th. I'm sorry. I'm wearing the jersey and I don't have them 6th. I understand that I can see an argument for the bottom half of the 10, like 8 to 10, but 6 seems high to me.
At least he's real.
Yeah.
Kevole, everybody keeps asking how old you are.
I'm 900 and I'm as old as Thanos. No, that's not true. I'm an age. I'm not as old as Alexandra from the Defenders, but I'm not as young as Mitch. Okay. How's that? Is that good? That's a well played.
Have you seen the Holmes and Watson trailer?
Yes, that was just on. Braun Strowman's in that.
Yeah, he is. So is Will Ferrell. I would rather just see his stepbrothers too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we had that. It was on the stream a little earlier.
next Monday Night Football, the Spider-Man trailer's coming out.
The new Spider-Man
The
movie.
Spider-Man in Europe. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's the movie after Avengers Endgame where everyone's gonna be depressed. And then we're gonna go see the gleeful Spider-Man swing in Europe.
Why are they showing that preview now?
I don't know.
That seems a little weird.
Yeah, that is because they still have 2 movies before that comes out.
Yeah.
And the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to break box office records.
It should. Kirk Cousins from the shotgun throws the ball on an out to Laquan Treadwell. Adam Thielen is invisible in this game after 1 week after I called him overrated and a piece of garbage. Just like to say that. He has 0 targets tonight. Not even a target.
You see, here's the problem. Because this is 3-0, Cousins can get a drive together and get them in the lead here. This is what concerns me a bit.
What do you think of Seattle getting a hockey team?
I think it's great. We talked about this on the hockey podcast yesterday. It's great for the Vancouver area, finally getting a bit of a rivalry. I think it's also great for the Canucks because they have one of the worst travel schedules in the NHL. You can't debate that, even as a Flames fan. You can't debate that. Creates a good rivalry.
I'm sure you would try.
No, you can't. I mean, there may be Flames fans that debate it, but you can't. That's a great tackle by Jefferson there, avoiding the first down for Rudolph or Stefan. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I do think Seattle is going to support a hockey team pretty well. And the only question is what you nickname them. And I'm with everyone else. I say let's vote for the Kraken. Kirk Cousins doing the CFL quarterback sneak, or the Tom Brady quarterback sneak for the first down.
A pass to Treadwell in the flat for 2. There's shocking comments that you're a Flames fan.
I am. I grew up in Calgary. We
have a Calgarian in the chat.
Oh, who is from Calgary? I will put
Azad, I want to believe that's how you pronounce his name. I could be totally wrong on that.
Well, Calgary names are tough to pronounce.
That's true. Cook gets 9 yards on second down, and I am probably losing my fantasy game, but it's all good.
If I win this fantasy without a single point from Adam Thielen, that is going to be something.
Yeah, I have Thielen in the big money league, but I'm on a bye this week, so.
Oh, you finished high enough.
Yeah, so I'm lucky, and I didn't have OBJ this week either.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cook was kind of lucky to get that ball, but he does get 9 and not the first down.
Cousins on 3rd and 1, play action. He's under pressure. He throws the ball out of bounds. And they'll have to punt because the offensive line is poop. 7 minutes, 51 seconds left in the third quarter. I would have just ran it there because your offensive line is so bad.
the Seattle Sasquatches. Poor Derrick Henry. Yes, poor players playing against Derrick Henry.
Whoever played Derrick, I feel so bad for you because if somebody started him, it was rather out of desperation or they're just idiotic.
Yes, totally.
And somehow it worked.
Yeah. The Vikings offensive line is being out schemed here. I mean, I think your comment about DeFilippo being overrated, I think, is a very legitimate. Yeah, I mean, even Zimmer is just yelling at him there now. I mean, this is,
What do you think about the Seattle Sasquatches?
No.
That's what Bodo says.
Yeah, I saw that. Or the Seattle Starbucks.
That would be good.
The Seattle Pike Place
company to have a team name.
Yeah. Fair catch by Lockett.
Hey, the Penguins won.
Wow. How about that?
Yep.
How about that? The Penguins. They will probably recover a little bit here. They got up to a slow start.
They're already like third or fourth in the division.
Yeah.
I'm not really that worried. As long as they make the playoffs.
You want a home ice advantage in your first round at least. So, but the Calgary Flames are first place in the Western Conference at this point in time. Well, whether that sustains, who knows?
The greatest team in hockey, the Toronto Maple Leafs, have already planned their Stanley Cup parade.
Yeah. So if
the Raptors are going this way, the Leafs are going this way.
Yeah.
And they're going to meet up somewhere around here.
Meet in the middle. That's the way. So the Raptors go bluer, the Leafs go
and
young.
You know what's funny, Kevole, is I will be waiting there in the middle on that day. But nobody will be there because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's true. Although they may have a championship congratulatory something.
Unless they're the Colts and they put a banner up for second or third place, then maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, party.
Yeah. The Leafs are going to be out in the first round. Oh, did I say that?
What's going on, Waterboy Report? Did I win my franchise game? Oh, I guess he watched me. Yeah, I did actually. I won my franchise game. It's online franchise. Oh. Remember that kick?
Which kick?
Oh, the Blair Walsh.
Oh. Yeah, I thought we lost. And that was, yeah. And Blair Walsh kind of contributed the same type of kicking in Seattle.
I would go with Zach Ertz.
Over who?
Zach Ertz and Goddard or Doyle and Ebron. Ertz and Goddard.
Yeah.
This is Tampa's year, says Ghost.
Quite possibly.
I mean, it's been their year for 4 years, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe it is finally their year. The Washington did it. We'll see. Come on, more Tyler Lockett. That's the only cure.
Chris Carson is pounding the ball in a 3-0.
Russell Wilson is holding onto the ball forever. Is that also been part of the problem with Seattle's offensive line? Is the fact that Russell Wilson holds onto the ball forever?
Yeah, because you can't protect forever.
Forever.
I mean, you watched last night. They showed Collinsworth showed Trubisky and his rating when he throws a ball under 2 seconds or 2.5 or really quickly. So,
Doug Baldwin with his hoodie on.
Yeah.
Throw it to Lockett.
But for the most part, I know that Russell sometimes holds the ball up for too long. For the most part, he makes, tonight notwithstanding with the first half interception, he makes some pretty good decisions.
I need a Lockett touchdown. Can we get that?
The Seahawks do need a touchdown here. There was a good opportunity there. Secondary.
And Wilson just snapped the ball and ran straight up the middle for a punt. This game, what is going on in this game, Kev?
We are playing baseball.
Give me Cam. Could we do MCU recaps live?
It's possible.
It's up to you. It's your thing.
Yeah, we could, like do it as a Google Hangout. People want to jump in and discuss what they noticed. Sure, we could do that. Do you want to start from 2008, or do you want to start the way that the plot is supposed to kind of go, which was started with the first Avenger?
I think we got to start with Iron Man.
Okay.
I don't really watch baseball much. Who's winning? Seahawks are winning 3-0 in a barn burner.
Yes, in the top of the seventh. Top of the seventh inning. 3-0. The Mariners over the Twins. Coming in for the bullpen now is Kirk Cousins, right-hander from somewhere. Adam Thielen's up to bat.
Kevole, if there is any player you would want on the Seahawks, who would it be?
Like if there was
any player in the league.
Aaron Donald.
Interesting.
He would create quite a stir in that defensive line.
I guess you would consider him the best player in football.
Well, we don't need a quarterback. We don't need a running back.
What about a receiver?
Maybe I know he's not having a great game today at all. An Adam Thielen type would be fine, but an Aaron Donald would disrupt. I just think you win games with good line of scrimmage play. And Aaron Donald can continue to cause problems.
How about, let's rephrase the question, any former Seahawk
that you would I would like to see come back?
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine this team with Steve Largent?
There you go. Steve Largent it is.
Was that asked in the chat?
No, I asked it.
Okay.
Adam Thielen with his first catch of the game.
Who? Who is Adam Thielen?
Some white receiver.
A white receiver named. Okay. Well, he has given me 0.70 in fantasy. Kirk Cousins 2.10 in fantasy.
Kirk Diddley under center with Cook in the backfield. Motion the fullback to the right, and Cook goes up the middle for a first down and about 8 yards. 6 yards. Their best run of the day, maybe.
They had a 13-yard run earlier.
0 plays in Seahawk territory the Vikings have in this game.
That's incredible.
Is that incredible offense or defense?
I think it's. I'm going to say a little bit of both, but I think it's terrible offense by the Vikings.
Cook screen to the right for 5 yards.
Yeah, Diggs has been doing nothing in this game as well. We're seeing that Cooks.
Cousins throws the ball up to Treadwell with solid coverage by the Seahawks. It's incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though.
Pass interference.
Rather pass interference or holding. Holding on defense number 37. That is Trey Flowers. Automatic first. Not the Patriot Trey Flowers, the Seahawk Trey Flowers.
Trey Seahawk Flowers, as if you missed it earlier, that's how we separate it.
Yep, he was covering Stephon Diggs.
Good coverage by Coleman on that play, but
Cousins hands off to Cook up the middle for about 4.
yeah, the call was a correct call.
I need more Tyler Lockett.
Well, we need a turnover. A turnover would be a great thing here. So this is the first opportunity that the Vikings have been in Seattle territory as of this moment for me. So welcome to Seahawk territory, Minnesota Vikings. It only took 41 minutes for you to do that.
Cook, another catch for a couple. It will be 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Kevin Durkant says, Mitch, we heard the rumors of you being out with a girl during Dilly's stream yesterday. Is it true? I was with my friends watching the game. That's why I couldn't be on the stream. So I had like 4 or 5 people at my house, so I didn't really want to hop on the stream because I said I would do Monday. So let Dilly do Sunday. That was the plan. Kirk throws it, but it looks like Stephon Diggs will be short, and it will be about 4th and 1, and I would say the Vikings need to go for this.
I agree.
This is fantastic coverage. Diggs does get separation, but not enough room to separate after he catches the football. So it's going to be 4th and 1.
Now, the Seahawks do not need to call it. Let the Vikings call the timeout here. Don't do anything stupid here. Just stay in your lane. Really good coverage by Griffin on that previous play, though. Nice job.
And the Seahawks stuff the Vikings, but there is a flag on the play. It could be offside.
Which means it is offside.
Is it? It is on the Vikings. And Pete Carroll is celebrating hard. He's saying, Michael Kendricks, thank God we have you on our team.
You criminal bastard.
He's going Vince McMahon on him.
Jeez.
Frank Clark comes there. Bobby Wagner in there. And now Tyler Lockett will have another chance to get Mitch fantasy points.
All right. Here, hang on. Let's just do something really quickly here.
Okay.
Pete? Kevin, I know, yeah, you're on the headset. How's it going? You're chewing. Good. Congratulating. Just call a play for Mitch for Tyler Lockett. 16. He wears 16. You got it? Good? Great. Thanks. Spoke to Pete. Tyler will get a touchdown on this drive.
Perfect. Ugh.
So 3-0 Seahawks late in the third quarter. And big stop for the Seahawks on 4th down. They will get the ball back when we're back from commercial.
John says Kevole is playoff bound. We're playoff bound if we win this one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I would think so. Potentially going 2-1 the rest of the way.
I think it will be, Deshaun. I think Chiefs and Seahawks is going to be a great game.
Might be the game of the week.
Are you aware, Kevole, that they now call you Father Hawk?
I've heard this. Do I need to do this more often?
Yes.
Oh, wait. We play the 49ers in San Francisco. Which, you never know. The 49ers find ways to
use crappy players and somehow almost win, but usually lose.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner, to Kevole's point, has played every snap in this game and leads the team in tackles with 7. Janikowski goes nuts! You'll see this.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what it is, but we need 964 commercials on our local network here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So a handoff once again by the Seahawks by Penny for 3. It is still 3-0. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for Kevole's Hawks. Bobby Wagner on the sidelines looking at his plays. Kirk Cousins yelling not yelling, but talking to the receivers. And Russ Wilson, fake. Looks down the field to Tyler Lockett. And he gets about 15 yards on a catch.
Hey, that's 1.5. 1.5 for Mitch.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Pump it up. A great catch by Tyler Lockett. A difficult one along the sidelines. They're looking at it multiple times, but it appears he has caught it. Let's burn Trey Waynes down the field. I need a big one, Kevole.
Yes. You need a big play. You do need a big play.
3 yards for Penny.
Good catch by Lockett on that previous play. Now, should I do the Mohawk thing? What do you think?
I don't know. Father Hawk?
I probably should wear more of a priest Seahawk type of jersey.
Yes. You should wear like a turtleneck and then have the Seahawks jersey underneath.
Yeah. I hate the turtleneck, but...
Commit to the character, Kevole.
Yes. Oh, remember the priest from last year who eliminated? Yes. He has not appeared.
Where has the priest been?
Well, I kind of talked to all those characters, and I felt like it was not valuable to the bottom line view. Because
I think the priest was one that was kind of valuable.
Yeah.
He
may come back as the season ends. I may be able to get him back.
Oh, okay, we'll see. So that's the end of the third quarter, and we'll see in the fourth quarter. But the game remains 3-0.
3-0.
Kev, did you predict this game to be 3-0 after 3?
No. Well, I did not. Predicted. What was my prediction? I can't remember. It was a touchdown difference.
I don't remember. Rob is in the chat. What's going on, Rob?
What's going on, Rob?
Robbie! So how's your first live stream going, Kevole?
It's not bad. We are, it's enjoyable. It's an interesting experience. I was a little cynical about these live streams, but it seems like people are getting into them. And what do we have? We have 23 people watching
At the moment.
At the moment.
They're all watching for you, Kevole.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure all 23 of them are like, what is this guy in the Seahawks jersey doing?
Yeah. They want to hear your opinions about the Seahawks. Praise the great Father that gave life to us all, says Robot. Vikings don't deserve a playoff spot, says Kevin.
It's still one more quarter to go. They seem like a really frustrated team now to me offensively. They just are not on the same page.
Maggie says, what will be my Saints record at the end of the year? I'm going to say 14-2.
Who's their loss to? Oh, they've already lost twice.
Yeah.
So they run the table.
I do believe. Unless the Rams lose again, then they might lose. Then they might lose their last game on purpose.
Or just play more backup.
Basically on purpose, play their backups. And
yeah.
They'll play Taysom Hill. Tyler Lockett going deep, but it's incomplete, out of bounds. But there's a flag on the play because Xavier Rhodes can't cover Tyler Lockett. I would have way preferred a catch on the play. Zimmer is confused. Rhodes. That was... I don't know if that was really a good call, to be honest.
Well, we'll see here.
He grabs his hand, but I don't know. That's debatable.
I actually do think it's a good call.
Why?
Because it's hand fight. Okay, hand fighting is debatable, but I do think he impeded his way to get the catch. Yeah, right off the top. That's pass. That's PI. I would agree with that. And I'm not being a homer. If it was a bad call, I would say it's a bad call. But that's, yeah.
Leonardo says, what's the score? It's 3-0.
3-0.
Russ Wilson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Carson. And Carson can't even get a yard. Harrison Smith says, no siree. Anthony Barr says, no siree. And they tackle him. Doug Baldwin has just been standing by the OC the whole game, looking super serious. Wilson on 2nd and goal. In the red zone so far, 0 for 2 and an interception.
Yeah, not good. Yeah.
And gets absolutely obliterated by the blitz. Anthony Barr and Joseph smack him.
Look at Doug Baldwin, eh?
I know. Can you do that face again, Kevin? Yeah. Nice. All right. 3rd and goal. At the 18. Block it wide to the right. Doug Baldwin wide to the sidelines. 3 seconds. Wilson throws it in the end zone. And it's a jump ball, incomplete, out of bounds for more. Trey Wayne's on the coverage. 13:26 left in the 4th quarter. And the Seahawks will kick a field goal and make it 6-0. What's your thoughts once you see it there, Kev? Janikowski. Almost blocked. It goes through, and it's 6-0.
Moore's got to catch that.
Who is better, Lockett or Melvin Gordon?
There's two different. Gordon.
Ghost Skittle says Kev is growing a beak and feathers.
A beak and feathers.
Mm-hmm. Max says, did I tell you about Lenville Joseph? He liked one of my pictures on Instagram. Nice.
That was almost that field goal almost missed, but it's now 6-0.
Yay! It could be at least 9, Kev.
Yes.
If they did not F up, specifically Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Russell
Wilson.
Is your favorite Seahawk Russell Wilson?
I don't really have a favorite Seahawk. I just enjoy the jersey. Like the old school Hawks I used to like. I liked Matt. I liked Sean, Alexander. Used to like Kenny Easley and not the quarterback Kurt Warner, the running back Kurt Warner, Dave Craig. Yeah. I don't really like. I probably, in a lot of ways, if I think the guy I most appreciated on the Seahawks was more Richard Sherman when he was there, but I think he's one of the smartest players in the NFL.
6-0 Seahawks, 3:22 coming back from commercial. 13:22, sorry. Coming back from commercial, left in the fourth quarter.
On the stream, there's still 962 more commercials to go before we get to the game, so just bear with us.
Ryan says, this game's boring. Vikings,
well, we are trying to not make it boring.
This game's boring. Vikings suck, and Hawks playing bad. Coach says, Dave Craig, Jim Zorn, Brian Bosworth.
Oh, Brian Bosworth was a disaster. There's Brian Bosworth. Dan McGuire was Mark's brother Dan was a member of the Seahawks and once a quarterback. Rick Meyer was a quarterback. There was some dark times in Seattle.
My favorite was Walt Seneca.
Seneca
Wallace.
Seneca Wallace. Yes. Yes. With Tavares Jackson.
Yeah. 11 for 16, 56 yards for Kirk Cousins. 10 for 18, 72 yards for Russell Wilson.
But here's the thing about Russell, though, is I don't think he's flaunted by those stats. It's, at 56 yards, okay, not a great game. We still can win this game, and we played to the fourth quarter. And
Kirk Cousins, with time, throws to Adam Thielen for a first down.
Who?
Yeah, the white guy.
Okay, white receiver gets first down.
Hot Take Hockey says, Milani, do you miss me yet?
Hey, Hot Take Hockey, we got to do a Hot Take podcast on the parade that you're planning on Yonge Street for the Leafs.
Have you guys done a podcast yet?
No, we have not. We've not connected in the season yet. I messaged Austin, but
good luck.
I don't know where Fitty Trent is.
Is he alive? Kirk Cousins throws it deep. Holy cannolis! Stephon Diggs with what looked like a one-hand catch for about 40, 50, 60 yards. I would say 40 yards. What a catch.
You're about to see this.
Durkant, where are you going to make that video? Coach says Warren Moon, GOAT of the Hawks.
Good catch by Diggs. It's okay. It's okay.
They throw to Diggs again, or not Diggs, Treadwell, sorry, for a little screen for about 5 or 6. Hashtag Father Hawk. Kirk, with 11:20 left, hands it off. Nope, fakes it and throws it to Thielen. Thielen gets a first down somehow.
There should have been a delay of game there, but they always give that 0 on the screen pass previously. But we're about to see the first down from Adam Whiteman Thielen.
Mm-hmm. Somehow a first down. Kendricks and Griffin were trying to tackle him, but he somehow got it. All right, 10:50 left in the fourth. The biggest drive of the game. Kirk Cousins at the 4.
Nice move by Thielen, though. Nice move. He should have been stopped.
Hands it off to Latavius, who gets 2 yards to the 3-yard line. $10:20 left. DiFilippo, what will he call? Will he call something special here? Like a Viking special.
The Viking special.
But Cousins is in the shotgun. Cook's beside him. He's got Rudolph in the slot to the right. Thielen out wide to the left. Cousins, with a little bit of time, moves to the right, throws deep in the back of the left end zone, and it's incomplete to Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, John at the corner, John at him. 9:54 left. The clock has stopped.
Crowd going bananas in
The
Seattle.
crowd is playing a big factor here. Defense, they are saying.
Yes, as is Father Hawk, Kevole, saying defense.
Adam Thielen in the slot to the left. Cousins, awkward handoff to Cook. He gets stuffed by the Seahawks.
Seahawks!
4th and goal. Will the Vikings go for it? They're at the 2.
I'm about to watch the awkward handoff. Do you think the Vikings will go for it or take the 3?
The Vikings are going for it. They split Rudolph to the right in the slot.
Stuffed on the play before.
Kirk Cousins throws in the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Yes!
Stopped by the Seahawks. Kevole will get your reaction. I will go on mute until that happens. Kevole, you're on mute somehow. Did you unplug your mic or something?
Me?
Oh, there you go. You're good.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we're getting into this 4th down reaction here. Cousins and shotgun. Terrible throw by Kirk Cousins. Terrible play by Kyle Rudolph. Big stand for the Seahawks. Big stand. Big stand. We are in control. 6-0 with 9 minutes to go. Nice defense by Bradley McDougall, though. Good coverage. But I think he actually, look at the replay, he got his left hand on that. Good job.
I would like to say this, Kevole. I correctly predicted this game would be 6-0 at this point in this game.
You did not.
No, that's a lie. But I did correctly predict 27-24 Chiefs.
There you go.
Yes. I also, like you, correctly predicted the Bears to beat the Rams.
Yes, we did.
But overall, I think Dylan is not telling us how he did in picks because I think he did the worst of all of us. But I don't know.
Yes, because he was rubbing it in. He was he was guaranteeing a win with the Kansas City Ravens game, which he almost lost.
Almost.
And he picked the
right,
Falcons.
but
see, let's look here. I'll kind of give what I think I am.
Kevin Durcan, you probably did. I had a pretty bad week this week, but I think I did do better than Dylan. I don't know. It was pretty close. How'd you do, Kev?
I'm just looking here. Picked Tennessee, picked Green Bay, so 2-0, 2-1. 3-1, I picked Cleveland. 3-2, picked Houston. 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 6-4, 6-5, 6-6, 6-7, 6-8.
Ooh.
I was 7-8, and if the Seahawks win, I'll be 8-8.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's probably the same as me.
yeah.
Seahawks hand it off up the middle to their fullback, and he gets maybe one.
Madden, Trey Madden with the handoff there.
Probably.
I still have 632 more commercials to go to before I get there, but
We'll have fun with that.
yeah. But it's a first down. We're at 2nd and 9, I'm assuming.
Kirk Cousins probably should have went with Thielen there on that play. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left. Wilson throws out of bounds. Safe play by Wilson. He was closer to a cheerleader than he was a receiver on that play. 8 minutes, 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it remains, Kevole,
6.
nothing. I can't believe it's 6-0. The Vikings are allowing 5% conversion rate on 3rd, 10, and plus. Wilson throws it up out of bounds. So they will punt.
Yeah.
If you were the Seahawks, would you take the safety here?
No.
No, not Belichick it?
Nope. Not here. It's too close. It's 6. That makes it 6-2.
Yeah. They still need a touchdown to win.
Yeah.
Let's see how good this punt is by Dixon, who Kevole loves.
He's a great punter.
Great punter. Punts it away from his own end zone, and it drops at the 40, and the Seahawks touch it at their own 46. No, 44. So the Vikings will get it at the Seahawks 44-yard line, Kev.
Best field position they've had in this game.
By far.
We'll
see.
I would have liked to have seen a couple of first downs from the Seahawks on this.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're throwing with 8:19 left. I think they need to run the ball there, but
Okay. Well, let's see what Cousins can do on this drive. Thielen motions it into the inside. Hand off to Thielen on the reverse. Thielen still going, gets the first down. But there is a late flag.
Bobby Wagner. They can't pass. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? They can't pass. They can't pass. They can't run. They can't tackle. They can't block. What they gonna do? What they gonna do?
Who's that? Who's that guy?
Bobby Wagner.
Oh, it sounded like Mike Singletary. Can't pass. Can't tackle.
Can't tackle. Can't work with them. Won't do it.
Can't do it.
Underrated post-game press conferences of all time.
That's one of my favorite.
That's one of my favorites.
I always say it too, and not many people actually catch on to it because it's so underrated. Like you could say the Cardinals won a million times.
Yeah.
You could say the playoffs a million. Everybody knows those ones.
Yeah. Playoffs.
Kirk Cousins blitz off the edge by the Seahawks, and Cousins makes the right decision, but the guy that I've never seen before in my life drops the ball.
Adam 19? Is he wearing 19?
No, 83. He has hair and tats. I've never seen this guy.
Conklin.
I think he's the third. Yeah. He's brutal. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Again, 2 receivers on the field for the Vikings.
Terrible drop, though, by man with hair. Giant end
Cousins
with hair.
Rolls out to the right, makes the throw to the man with the hair, and the man with the hair gets the first down. A much tougher catch somehow makes that catch and doesn't make the first one. Great play by Kirk Cousins, though.
Get that Skull guy. Sit him down. Sit down, guy with Skull hat. No
Skull.
need for Skull.
Skull. Skull. Totally took that chant.
Yes, the Canucks did, but that's okay. Yes, he makes the tougher. Man with hair did make the tougher catch.
Cousins again with a quarterback sneak does convert on the short play. All right, so 6:42 left in the fourth. Somebody is injured. A Viking is injured, and it's an offensive lineman. That's not good.
No, they probably don't have many more of those.
Rookie Brian O'Neill at right tackle. Not good.
Yeah, this is where I would move Frank. Yeah, and they got Clark on that side now, don't they?
Probably. He plays left end mostly, right?
You're right. They switch him. He's sometimes right, sometimes left.
Go Seahawks. I hate Minnesota. Ultra donates $3.99. Thank you, Ultra.
Way to go, Ultra.
That will go to the Kevole Fund.
There's a Kevole Fund.
Ultra says, I'm like AC. I hate the Vikings. Who's AC?
On the former AC. Well, he's still there.
He's on the tweeter.
He's on tweeting. I haven't seen what he was tweeting recently.
Probably something about the Patriots. Something about the Cowboys. Something about Kirk Cousins. What are you looking for, Kev?
I was looking to see what Mr. Kordick was tweeting, and nothing. He's kind of quiet right now.
Yeah, well, I think rightfully so. Thank you guys for joining the live chat tonight. If you've enjoyed, hit the like button. Don't forget to do that. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. The next video out from me, which will likely be tomorrow morning, will be the who is better, the Chiefs or the Chargers?
That's an interesting question.
Who is better in your opinion, Kev? I will not give you my opinion, as that opinion is in the video. Even though those videos are not made to say who's going to win the game or who's a better team, but it's mostly to look at the talent on the team. Kev?
If you take the coaches away, you could probably make an argument for KC. But I think the Chargers.
All right.
But Mahomes makes a difference.
Robot Guy says air conditioning, question mark?
No, air conditioning. That's hilarious.
6 minutes, 30 seconds left. Cousins hands it off to Cook for 1 yard. I need more Tyler Lockett.
Yes, he needs to be on the field. The Vikings have been on the field more this half than the Seahawks.
I need the Vikings to score a touchdown so the Seahawks can go down and score a touchdown to Tyler Lockett.
There, okay, I see what you're saying there.
Yeah. Cousins.
-7 total yards for the Seahawks. Not good in the fourth quarter.
A little pump fake from Cousins. Throws it up to Diggs. Great coverage on the play by Griffin. And it's incomplete. And that was, as Winton says, a rare cover 2 defense by the Seahawks. The Seahawks are known for their cover 3 style defense. Look at this. How good has Griffin been this year? Hello?
Oh, that was almost picked, too, by Griffin.
Can you hear me, Kev?
Yes.
Okay. And that third down pass on 3rd and 9 was incomplete to Thielen. Thielen was wide open for a while, and then Griffin came over and tipped it right out of his hands on a diving play.
Griffin's playing well tonight.
Griffin's playing very well, and he's needed to.
Great defense on that Thielen play, too. Nice job. That Seahawks defense is getting a little bit of that swagger, though. You're feeling it tonight, eh? Just
a little wee bit of swagger.
A wee bit of that swagger. It's like, but it's hard because I'm still a little nervous. But confident. But you just like that. This defense.
What does that mean? Like in this game or in general?
They're playing with they're playing with a nervous confidence. I'm having a nervous confidence.
Now the Vikings send out a kicker, and that's never a good sign.
No.
47 yards out. It is absolutely blocked. But there is a flag on the play. This could be a Steelers offside.
Oh, for the love of God.
Bobby Wagner, I think, jumped over the center and blocked it like Cam Chancellor. Zimmer is beside himself.
Yes, because I don't think if Mike Zimmer didn't need to sign a kicker, he wouldn't.
And Pete Carroll in celebration as the flag. There is no foul on the play. Wagner correctly jumps over the guard and not the center, so it is legal. And he blocks the field.
Bobby Wagner is a great linebacker. And poor Mike Zimmer, I don't think he ever wants to sign a kicker again. Ever. Like, I honestly, there's no kicker that will be going to the Zimmer household for Christmas dinner. I love it.
5 minutes, 38 seconds left. There is still a chance for the Vikings in this game, but they need a big stop here on the Seattle Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks need to just have a really good couple of first downs here.
What they need to do is run a reverse to Tyler Lockett.
Yes, for fantasy purposes, they need to get to Tyler Lockett. But for game purposes, get a couple first downs.
Instead, they run the ball up the gut to Carson for 2.
Mike Zimmer's talking to the official. Do I actually need a kicker? Like, I don't want a kicker.
He did. The interesting part about Wagner's block is he put hands on somebody, but it looked like he used his teammates to jump.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So if he uses teammates, it's legal. If he didn't and used the Vikings guys, it's illegal. That's what the people on the broadcast booth are talking about.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, another fake handoff, and he's trying to scramble away, and he does. And he's still scrambling, and he's still scrambling, And he's still scrambling. And he's still scrambling. And he gets to the 20-yard line.
And by the way, they showed the play before.
There. Where was the contain on the play action? Russell Wilson takes off, does it himself. And gets probably 10, 20, 30, 40-something yards on that run.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm watching this now. Nice run. Nice run. Good run by Russell. Look at that. Good grief. And the nice baseball slide, too. Nice job. Sorry, Triplet, you're wrong, because Wagner clearly had his hands on his own players.
Wilson hands it off to Carson for maybe a yard. Maybe. Wilson hands it off again to Carson. Carson bounces it out to the outside. Cannot go out of bounds, so smartly stays in bounds and gets the first down. That might be officially game, Kev.
Yes, I think we're looking at that. $72 yards passing for Russell Wilson, 63 yards rushing. Something, eh? What a way to get a first down for Carson.
I will be doing the playoff predictor probably tomorrow or Wednesday. And someone's hurt on the Vikings. So he has to stay out for a play. That's Sheldon Richardson, the former Seahawk.
Yes.
Played better for the Vikings this year, I would say.
Yep.
Okay.
This doesn't look good. Oh, he's getting up in his own power. That's good.
Cousins is not very happy. Okay, throw it to Lockett. 3 minutes, 9 seconds. If I was the Seahawks, I'd go for the touchdown. Any means necessary if that's run or pass.
Yeah, I agree.
They run it up the middle. And it's 3 yards. And the Vikings call their first timeout. What's the chances of the Vikings blocking a field goal?
Yeah, it's possible. There's a better chance that Seabass might miss.
How has he been doing this year? Average?
He's missed a few, but he's certainly been better than Blair Walsh last year.
That's not hard.
No.
3 minutes, 4 seconds left in the fourth. Seahawks, 209 rushing yards tonight, and they only have 6 points.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you look at that? So do you look at that? Wow, what an impressive running game, or like do you have to
say I don't think rushing can win games anymore?
Well, you still got to get points.
Wilson again hands it off to Carson. Carson fights his way to the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal on the 2. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Kevole's podcasts.
It's called Agree or Disagree, the podcast. Also Wednesdays on Powercast 97.9 Internet Radio.
There you go. Look at that hookup.
Look at that hookup.
And follow Kevole on Twitter at Kevole.
Kevole.
Follow me on Twitter at Mitch Milani, MITCHMILANI. Latavius Murray has done basically nothing in this game. I don't know why they're showing him on the bench. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the fourth. Third and goal.
The Vikings are out of timeouts.
Mac wants the Vikings to hold. Carson up the middle, fights his way into the end zone and scores. 12-0 Seahawks.
They're showing Latavius Murray because of salute to service.
Thanks, James Neal.
Hey, James Neal. Good
He says
job.
New subscriber, Saints fan. Well, that ended my hopes.
Well, sorry. Carson pounds
I lost
through.
because I lost in one league because of Amari Cooper, and I lost in another league because of the Bears defense and his kicker. And because Jared Goff got 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, one thing I think that is interesting about this week overall, when you look at what happened last night, tonight, and really the Kansas City Ravens game, I think defense is coming back a little bit. I think we're going to see a little defense is going to be something to be had in the next month or so here.
Well,
defense is starting to.
well, when weather comes into play,
Yep.
defense comes into play. And I think, you know, every season it seems like as the season goes on, injuries take place. It's about, you know, the defense kind of comes back in the fold as they start to figure out what offenses are doing.
Yep.
It's tough for defenses at the beginning of the year when there's no tendencies.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're going to run, so. All right. If you're the Hawks, you go for 2 here?
Yeah, you're going for 2.
And that's what they're going to do. And hopefully it's a handoff to Lockett. Come on, baby. Come on, Lockett, Lockett. Lockett! 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 I'm probably still going to lose. But Lockett! 2 points for Lockett. What's the score now?
It's now. Oh, in your fantasy.
Yeah. 14-0 Seahawks.
So
they're still talking about this.
Nice job, Lockett.
Lockett! This would take a miracle. I am winning by 0.3. But he has Dalvin Cook. I need a pick on the first play. What do you think, Kev?
It's gonna be tough. They're still talking about the play, the block.
I don't know why. Vikings will get the ball now.
See, I don't know what Triplet is saying because it's very clear he's touching his own players. That is what, Mitch. That's not a penalty. What are they watching?
Triplet says that's a penalty.
That is not a penalty.
I don't know. Next Monday, Saints, Panthers. The DUNE Panthers are taking on the DOME Saints. Yes, he dropped it. Good work. Cousins gets absolutely rushed, but then Frank Clark is injured on the play. I don't know how seriously. All right, NFC playoff picture. Seahawks 7-5, Vikings 6-5-1, but it will likely be 8-5 for the Seahawks. The same record as the Cowboys. 9-4 Bears, 11-2 Saints and Rams. So the Vikings will now be 6-6-1.
Yes.
Unless they make a miraculous comeback.
So what do you make here?
Cousins fumbles, and the Seahawks pick it up, and they're running, Don't go for a touchdown. He's gonna go for a touchdown. He scored a touchdown. Damn it! Seahawks score a touchdown. Why couldn't they just lie down and knee the ball? Kev.
Hey, we need this. Hey.
Big score. Again, pressure all over Cousins.
Yeah, Cousins did not have time. Justin Coleman, great touchdown.
The old Patriot.
Yes.
He makes a lot of big plays for you guys.
Yes, he's a good nickel cornerback.
Super Bowl champion.
Yes. So the broadcast is also talking about Kirk Cousins and this $84 million guarantee. And
what are they talking about?
They're great play by Martin there.
I know they scored 0 points, but like the offensive line is to blame.
Yeah, their offensive line got dominated tonight. No question about it. And no matter how you even look at what happened with the Bobby Wagner play, that's a clear example of it. You can't, like, they did not win the line of scrimmage in any way, shape, or form. The Seahawks dominated it on both ends. Yeah, I mean, Cousins had but you're rushed. You aren't going to make make good decisions. So yeah, Thielen may be wide open on the 4th down, but he didn't have time to see him. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have time on this play. Like, what's he going to do?
They don't go run game.
Yes, I got to admit that Dalvin Cook was a bit of a disappointment tonight. This guy was a guy I thought was going to be an explosive player.
Vikings return, get it to the 30-yard line, and hopefully they knee it, but they won't. I need another interception, Kev.
Yeah. The Seattle-Vancouver area is going nuts right now.
They are, and a lot of Vancouver bandwagon Seahawks fans are all over this win.
Yeah.
Zimmer is not happy with his offensive coordinator, according to your buddy.
AC?
No.
Which buddy?
Booger.
Yeah.
Maurice Alexander for the Vikings. Cornerback is injured on the play. $2:29 left in the 4th, and this game is pretty much over. So what do you think of the Seahawks playoff chances after this win? Are you impressed by this win, or were you unimpressed by this win?
I was impressed by this win, actually. I'm impressed by the defense. I thought they played really well. I'm a little concerned about the way that they played in the red zone, but they got that one touchdown. They made the big stop. It's going to be it's quite likely it's either the Cowboys or the Bears. That would be an interesting matchup. I think that they can go into either or a really good game. We'll see what happens. I mean, the concern with Trubisky, I think maybe to me the Bears would be a better matchup, but because of Trubisky, I think Prescott's a bit better than Trubisky. But we'll see.
You think that the Cowboys would be tougher than the Bears?
I do. I do, because Zeke and Cooper, they play at a high level, but it comes down to what Dak does.
I personally think the Bears would be tougher just because of that home field.
Yeah, that's the tough part. But I think the Seahawks wouldn't mind playing in the cold. The other thing is, to your point, the Bears is a tougher home field advantage, I would say, than Dallas is. But
screen to Thielen. Thielen running into Seahawks territory, 35-yard line. Long screen, and fantasy fans will be happy about that. And I'm sure a lot of people just won their fantasy weeks based off that catch. We'll see, though. Just don't give it to Dalvin. All right. Cousins hurrying up, and right before the 2-minute warning, throws it over to the tight end, Rudolph, who drops the ball straight up. And it's the 2-minute warning. And Kevole is happy. Father Hawk is very impressed.
And off to the semifinals in fantasy. He's very happy.
Good work.
So where are you? Where do you think the Vikings?
How did Dilly betray me? Oh, he's on Madden.
Terrible drop by Rudolph.
Yeah, that was bad. Go Rams says the Seahawks will be scary in the playoffs. Coach says great win by the Hawks, statement game. Bodo says, would you rather watch paint dry, grass grow, or this game? This game.
This game. What's about this? What? Sorry?
Would you rather watch paint dry, grass grow, or this game?
This game. Hey, I don't mind the low-scoring games.
Robot Guy says the Vikings are cursed. That's what happens when you enter the year with the same bad offensive line.
But offensively, the Seahawks could have been a 35-0 game if had the Seahawks that interception late in the first half there. Could have been worse.
For sure.
But you saw right from the start, though, this game, that the Seahawks controlled the line of scrimmage right from the beginning.
They did. Yeah, the first play.
Yep. Here's my question. Does DiFilippo finish the year?
Probably.
If the Vikings don't make the playoffs, is Zimmer back?
Yeah. I think. Oh, best primetime home record since 2002. Ravens 17-5, Patriots 27-8, Steelers 25-9, and Seahawks 21-6. There you go, Kevole.
There we go. We're upper echelon.
Yep. Kirk Cousins on 2nd and 10. Throws it up to Thielen, and it's complete. Another big play for fantasy. .151 left in the fourth. Cousins in the shotgun. Pump fakes. Looks to throw in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for Stephon Diggs. Good coverage there by Flowers. He was open though, but it was nice play by Flowers. Dove across. Almost intercepted it. How good would this defense be if they had Earl Thomas?
Oh, man. They did.
Oh, man. That's all you said.
To be the best D in the league. Oh, almost interception there.
No, not Dalvin Cook! Oh, man.
Sorry, dude.
That's shitty. I guess I lost. Unless he fumbles. Or I lost.
But Earl's not going to be back next year, so we have to go forward with.
Oh, and then he scored a touchdown. That's great.
And you lost.
Yeah. That's rough. Oh, he was past the line of scrimmage. But oh, they're saying it was okay. Oh, his foot was on the line. Okay. Okay.
So maybe you still have a chance.
No, I don't. Unless Lockett returns a touchdown. That's the only way.
Yeah, he's way over the line. Like, oh, that's a touchdown. Oh. Okay, well, whatever.
Oh, well.
I like the garbage fantasy points. Thank you, Kirk.
Yeah. Classic. At least I'm still in a couple other leagues, so.
If you look, the Vikings schedule, they have winnable games. Except the Bears. I mean, they should go 2-1. And
look at the rest of the NFC. The NFC, there's no one even in the picture.
Well, Carolina, there's still Carolina.
Carolina.
Philadelphia, it's still.
No, stop. The Packers?
No, Philadelphia, not the Packers. The Packers are done.
Are you sure?
The Packers are D-U-N-E. Sorry, Aaron.
Okay.
But the Eagles, I still think can get in there.
All right. Should we wrap it up, Kev?
Maybe let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I know there's still a minute left, but Seahawks are going to get the ball, and then they're going to need it.
If there's a miracle comeback, we'll jump back on, but they've got it.
Yeah. All right. Anything you would like to plug, Kev, before we go?
Yeah. It was a good game, good win for the Seahawks, and we off to San Francisco next week.
Do you have anything to plug?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Do you have anything to plug?
We just did our hockey podcast yesterday. Talked about the Canucks last month, the William Nylander signing, if the Flames are legit, the Oilers with Hitchcock, and Seattle back in the NHL. Yeah. So check that out, Spreaker.com, Kevole. We will have some other stuff coming out this week. Follow me on Twitter, Kevole, as well.
All right, Chargers, Chiefs, who is better? Check that video out tomorrow.
Yes.
And we will see who is better on Thursday night, where we'll have a recap.
Yes. I don't know if I'll be on. But peace,
right.
guys.
Peace.
See ya. Peace.